There are about 102,465 flights every day, and more than 3 million people travel by plane daily. Even though flying is the safest mode of travel, 1 in 3 Americans are afraid of flying. When Americans are asked to estimate the odds of dying from certain causes, tornadoes, asthma, etc., their estimations were surprisingly skewed compared to the actual numbers. But why? Why are tornadoes vastly overestimated while drowning is shockingly underestimated? Well, the answer is media coverage. When was the last time you saw the news channel reporting on a boy that had drowned or died from asthma? It's not on the news, because unlike tornadoes, it's so common and it's not interesting. It's very easy for us to remember a news story or a news article where a tornado has devastated an entire area, whereas drowning or asthma deaths don't get much coverage, and as a result, we underestimate their likelihood of killing us. This is also the reason why we fear snakes or spiders and not cars. Fear, an instinctual emotional response to perceived dangerous circumstances, or a lightning-fast risk assessment performed by our lizard brains, which is ever on the lookout for danger. We assess the odds of danger by swiftly reviewing our memories, how often you remember something has happened, and if it comes easily to your mind, then that means it's more probable. Estimating the odds is even more difficult when they're arrayed over time. Our brains have trouble making decisions about things that will happen at different points in time, and what psychologists and behavioral economists have found is that when people are asked whether they want $50 now or $60 in a month, most would choose the $50 over waiting for a month. However, when people are asked whether they want to have $50 in 12 months or $60 in 13 months, people were gladly willing to wait the extra month. This inconsistency shows how our brains have difficulty making decisions that will happen at a future time, as in both examples the waiting period is the same, and $10 is either worth waiting for a month or it isn't. The reason for this is that our brains were evolved for a very different world than the one in which we're living. They had evolved for a world in which people lived in small groups, rarely met anybody who was terribly different from themselves, and couldn't possibly know what's happening on the other side of the world.